This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Evans versus Jones. Miss Evans, you believe that you had met the perfect Southern gentleman and were considering marriage, but now all of that is in question. Would you share with the court what is at stake today?
Yes, Your Honor. What's at stake today is my relationship. I've been in this relationship and I'm just not sure about some things. So what I'm looking for is a marriage and I'm looking for commitment. And I'm not willing to waste my time. So I'm here today to get answers and that's what I would like.
All right. You want to know, is this the one?
That's correct. I want to make sure.
And if he's the one, you ready to do this thing?
That's right.
All right.
And you're not sure he's the one because you think what?
That he could be cheating on me, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
She says she thinks you might be the one.
Yes, sir.
But she needs to find out if you're cheating on her.
She is the one?
Yes, ma'am. I believe she is.
Is she the only one?
She's the only one.
All right.
And are you the one?
Yes, sir. I am the one.
You're the one.
Yes, sir.
And she's your one and only.
She's my one and only.
Okay. Well, if you thought he was a Southern gentleman, what did he do to make you think that when you met him?
When I first met Dale, we were at a barbecue. So we were at like a family gathering or whatever with some mutual friends. And so I seen Dale come in, but I didn't know it was him at that time.
Uh-huh.
So when I seen him, I said, ooh, who is that? He is fine. But
You see how she did that? I mean, look, not just the neck, the whole body moved.
Yeah.
who is that? He's fine.
Look.
Right, so when we did finally hook up, they introduced us or whatever, and from that moment, we've been inseparable. We dated for about 2 months, and then we moved in together.
Okay.
Or whatever, so that's how quick it was. Like, I was infatuated by him.
She was like, ooh, look at that. And then that was the one. They were trying to, I know that was like, what?
No, it wasn't just, ooh, look at that. It was, ooh, look at that. You gotta get the shoulders into it. Come on, do it with it. Come on. Get the shoulders
Come
with
on,
it.
man.
Yeah. I mean, she did the shoulders like, ooh, look at that.
You are very taken with that part.
It is, because it reminds me of...
I don't know. What does that remind you of?
My memory of when we first met was you looked at me, you were like, ooh, look at that. Now...
Are you saying that?
Now, it's been a number of years. Maybe my memory's a little fuzzy, maybe it's a little colored, but in my mind, the way I see it, the way I remember it.
That's what I did when I saw you?
Yeah, it was like, ooh,
Did you
look at
see
that.
me do that, or did I tell you that?
In my mind, look, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, you had a cute thing working, but I don't know if it was all the shoulders into it or not. I'm not sure about that. I'm just not sure about that.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, that's where we are.
All right, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
When you first saw Miss Evans, did you, ooh, look at that. Did you do that?
Yes, sir. Well, when I first met her, it was like, this too perfect, you know?
Uh-huh.
And it was just like everything was clicking, and like we were laughing, we were getting along, and then this actual sexual part came about, and man.
Boom.
All right.
All right.
Woo!
was a
Wait a minute,
done
I done
deal.
got a sweat on, wouldn't it? Wait.
I ready to propose that night.
You were,
See?
All right,
That night
Miss
right there, I
Evans.
read it. I feel like I read it.
See, that look on his face when he went, boy, it was wild. I mean, that's the equivalent of the shoulder thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're the shoulder
A little bit
thing.
more than a shoulder there.
There you go.
Woo, okay.
I ain't mad at you.
Yes, sir.
So you got this perfect relationship, everything's going fine, but then things weren't going fine. What was the first red flag that you saw?
One night we were cooking, and Dale was in the kitchen, and I was in the living room.
Okay.
And so the phone is going off, just beeping and beeping and beeping. So I'm really not paying no attention or whatever, because I'm out of
Your phone or his phone?
Dale's phone.
His phone.
Okay.
Okay.
And something's like, look at the phone. You know how women intuition goes?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So I look at the phone, and once I start scrolling down, I start seeing text messages. And so one was like, I can't wait to see you tonight. Then I scroll down a little bit further, and I see a nude picture in the phone. So I'm like, really? So at this point, I'm off the couch, I'm in the kitchen, and I'm in Dale's face. And I'm like, what is this, and what is going on?
And you submitted the text and the photos to the court, correct?
Yes, I did submit it to the court.
Okay, this is your recollection of what you saw.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, and then you scroll a little bit on the phone and you find the pictures.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Jones, why are you getting naked photos?
Well, the naked photo came from Facebook. A girl, she takes twerk videos and she take pictures. If you like the picture or you comment on the picture, she send pictures to your inbox.
Sounds like a block needs to be put on.
But anyway, I was entertaining the Facebook and entertaining the pictures. I saved the picture from my phone and sent it to my homeboy phone to show him because we had the same girl.
What?
We ended up getting a picture of the same girl. So I sent the picture to him to show him I had the girl too in my phone too. You know, she sent me a picture too.
Okay, so this woman that you have a picture of, who sent you these inappropriate pictures,
Yes.
she twerks online for folk?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's not, you're saying she doesn't just twerk for you, she twerks
No,
for
she
anybody
twerk
who
for
shows
everybody.
up.
Whoever
Okay.
liked the picture, she twerking.
And she twerk for you, she twerk for your friends.
Yeah, she twerking for everybody. She'll twerk for you too, Yana, if you know.
Mr. Jones, she will not twerk for Judge Cutler.
I'm just checking.
She will not be doing that. And let me just say,
Well, she ain't twerking for me no more.
if there's gonna be any twerking he sees, it's gonna be me twerking.
Okay. That's right,
Oh, wait, bet.
Bet.
He's like, bet.
Bet. Gonna drop it like it's hot
Okay.
and pick it back up again.
All right, Mr. Cutler.
But
All right.
at the end of the day, it was a move that I don't plan on making again.
All right. Have you found anything else to make those sirens go off?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. Now, me and Dale, we share a car. I reached down on the floor and I found a box of condoms on my floor in the car. Now, not only do I find a box of condoms, it's a box of condoms, the condom box is open, and it's a condom missing. So, yeah, needless to say, that's a big siren and a big red flag.
Do you all use condoms?
No, we don't use condoms at all.
Mr. Jones. Woo, 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 woo. That's the big siren going off right there.
Yeah, that's a big siren, but it's a couple of explanations for that.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of explanations, and so can Miss Evans.
That's right.
That's why you're standing right there. She's got an explanation
Yeah.
for it.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear what your explanation is.
Well, a few months back, I went to this AIDS awareness testing. They give everybody condoms
Okay.
for protection. So that day there, that's where I got the condoms from that day.
It was so nice of them to give you a box of open condoms.
No.
Okay, right.
I mean, it was so generous of them.
It wasn't even a box of condoms. I don't know, that's why I'm saying it could have been a couple of things, Your Honor, because I didn't even receive a box.
I seen a box of condoms.
I received a pack of condoms.
That was open.
So I
with
never,
two, and it was supposed to be
I
three.
never had a
Honest.
box of condoms.
Well, okay,
I
whether
had a
it was a
whole pack of
box,
condoms.
whether it was a
A
pack or
pack, I didn't
whatever,
see that.
the key thing that you're kind of skipping over is one was missing,
Yes, sir.
and you all don't use them. So who did you use that condom with?
My nephew came and borrowed my car. He could have had the condoms in there.
But doesn't that sound just like just one step above the dog ate my homework?
Just a step above.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's the thing. If he's a young man, I presume he's a young man.
Yes, ma'am.
It's possible. It's possible.
He likes to have sex in the car too, Your Honor. So that's another reason that makes me.
Wait.
And you know this
How
personally?
do you know that?
Yes, I do know this personally.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So the fact that you found condoms in your car, I mean, that immediately made your sirens go off again.
That's correct. Sirens, woo, 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 woo. Big
Yeah.
sirens going off.
I mean, it's a lot of maybes, a lot of problems. I mean, there's no real direct explanation.
I understand. But I want to go and find out what else you've tried to do as a private investigator to see if he's cheating.
So this particular night, Dale was supposed to be working.
Okay.
And I drove by Dale's job. And when I drove by Dale's job, of course, I didn't see the car. The car's not there, so I had been calling and calling and calling. So about an hour later, I get a phone call from Dale, and he's all frantic, like, oh my God, hey, babe, I see you been calling me. Is everything okay? No, everything's not okay. Because for one, I've drove by your job, you're not there. And then for two, you're not answering the phone. So he claimed that he was at work or whatever, but I'm not sure. Just another lame excuse to me because when I looked for myself, he wasn't there.
Oh, you submitted a picture.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, what are we looking at?
Okay, what we're looking at is the parking lot of his job. The circle right there in the middle, that's where the car should have been parked at.
All right, Mr. Jones, where were you?
Well, I never was completely honest to her about where my car was at the time, but my nephew had my car.
Let me look. Nope, it doesn't say you were born last night. Well, why would you be untruthful if your family...
Because I was really sorry to cut you off, man. I was really pretty much tired of going through the trust issues and the questioning every other day about what I'm doing, what's this, what's that, what's this. So I was at that point, I was kind of fed up with the explaining, and so I was like, just think what you want to think. I'm tired. I mean.
Okay, so she confronts you about your car not being at the job.
Yeah.
What do you say in response? That your nephew had the car?
I didn't say nothing at that time. You mean now?
No. What did you tell her at the time?
Nothing. I just hung up the phone. I was tired of dealing with the trust issues. Like, you done came to my job, really?
So the first time you're hearing about his nephew had the car is today?
Yes.
And so is that another sign for you?
That is another sign for me. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. I want to know what's really going on. I really do love Dale, but I just really want to know what's going on.
So, Mr. Jones, you're sticking with your story that this is all a misunderstanding.
Yes, sir.
A series of misunderstandings and just unfortunate coincidences.
I probably won't even say a misunderstanding. I would say more of just a distrust issue. I mean, it's like blown out of proportion more than what it is today.
So do you think this is something that she just wants to see these things, so she's seeing them?
I think so.
That's what you think?
I think it's like something that's ongoing. That
My time is
dealing
valuable,
with
and I don't have time
backlash.
to waste my
I think
time.
it's like
My time is
backlash
really
or
valuable,
something.
and I don't have time to waste my time. I'm looking for marriage. I want to be married. I want a family. That's what I want.
Well, Mr. Cutler, we're at the point we're gonna find out, is he a Southern gentleman or a Southern cheater? We have done a full investigation. At this time, the court would like to call forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf and licensed certified polygraph examiner Dave Lawrence to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please report to the courtroom. So, Mr. Wolf, you performed a forensic voice analysis on Mr. Jones, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Lawrence, you completed a polygraph examination of Mr. Jones, is that correct?
That's correct, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Wolf, let's take a look at the first question you asked.
Yes, ma'am.
Since the beginning of your relationship with Miss Evans, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than her?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Lawrence, you asked the identical question.
Yes, ma'am.
What was his response?
He said no.
What did the polygraph exam determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Mr. Jones, you can't blame this one on the nephew. Who were you with and why?
I haven't been with nobody.
All right. It's gonna be that party, Mr. Cutler.
Mr. Wolf, let's take a look at the second question that was asked of Mr. Jones.
Were the condoms Miss Evans found in your car used by you for sexual intercourse with another woman?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lawrence, you asked the identical question, correct?
That's correct.
What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Mr. Jones, it's time to come clean. Who were you with and why?
I mean, the only person I can think of is my ex.
All right. You have been with your ex since you've been in the relationship with Miss Evans.
Yes.
more than once?
Yes.
Now, Miss Evans, you need to give him the truth about where this relationship is going.
Well, Dale, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I want to continue this right now. Unless you can show something different, I'm good.
Well, the good thing, Miss Evans, is you can walk and not look back. Or you can walk and say, you know, figure it out.
Right.
But you have at least the freedom to do that.
Right.
And so, Mr. Jones, if you want to live in the past, then live in the past. But Miss Evans is in the future. You need to figure out where you want to be. Do you want to be in a current relationship or still trying to hold on to something in the past? And, you know, you're old enough to be able to figure that out. Talk to our counselor so you all can figure out how to move forward from this point, okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a healthy and a happy relationship. Court is adjourned.